Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Here in this video, we are going to talk about how to defeat procrastination and stop wasting time. But before moving on, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel Mindset Madness. And don't forget to click on the notification bell icon to get all my uploads instantly. So let's begin with a little about procrastination. Who among us is struggling with procrastination or delaying important tasks while enjoying short-term pleasures or happiness? Yes, some of us even procrastinate about realizing that we do it often. Do you know what our brain wants? No, that's not the success or satisfaction, not even wealth or money. Our brain wants happiness and pleasure, and to achieve this happiness and pleasure in the short term, we practice procrastination. People possess the worst habits that come in their way of success, and one of them is procrastination. You are not a procrastinator. You have a habit of procrastinating. That's a big difference. Because if it is a habit, we can learn the science to break it. It is an action of delaying or postponing something just because one doesn't want to do that. By doing so, we keep so many things pending for years and do not follow a plan. Productive procrastination or taking breaks is good, but delaying some productive task is the worst kind of habit that comes between our successes. I can say it is the biggest dodge we give to ourselves. We usually read, "Pay cash today, take debt tomorrow" on shops. It means tomorrow never comes because the next day you will arrive, it will be again today. Our mind also knows that tomorrow will never come, so we keep on avoiding the fact that we need to get our work done. And mostly, this kind of work is something that does not really match our interests. Why do we procrastinate? Few of us are chronic procrastinators. It is a delayed, often intended action, and we do it knowingly. In our brain, which is the hardware, we have a mind that is the software. We have two kinds of software, one which we call instant gratification mind or evil mind, and the other one is the delayed gratification mind or progressive mind. There comes a conflict between the two when we want to do something. That mind will win who will get your support. Instant gratification mind asks you to take rest and enjoy instant pleasure, while the progressive or goal-oriented mind will motivate to write the script or make a video, as it will help so many people around. Sometimes you don't support any of them, then it comes to your company. Who will resolve the conflict between the two minds? A man is known by the company he keeps. Yes, your friend circle would play a role as well. If you are in the company with a progressive mindset, then you will follow the same and will get motivation and vice versa. Hence, make sure to choose your friends wisely. What are the factors that cause procrastination? I will count a few of them. Number 1, fear of coming out of comfort zone. Number 2, confusion and fear of failure. Number 3, laziness. Number 4, lack of learning attitude. And finally, number 5, perfection. These all push you towards procrastination. We usually postpone things on the basis of how important it is to us. Your life is precious. Invest in it what matters to you. If you think it matters too, you always propone instead of postponing. Intellectual knowledge is a love affair. If you conduct your education like a love affair, you will become involved. You will always prepone. Set stringent time or tight enough time. This is the time in your life where you stretch yourself physically, mentally, and by all possible means. Otherwise, life will crack you when you go inside unless you find a government job. The time of being youthful is not a time of leisure. Unfortunately, U.S. culture of TGF, thank God it's Friday, is very common. If you're going to enjoy on the weekends and weekdays, then you are really going to suffer. There is an important saying, do not put off until tomorrow what can be done today. Now, let's move on towards steps that can help to defeat procrastination. We will discuss the 17 hacks from the book 17 Anti-Procrastination Hacks written by Dominic Mann, who is an Australian author. These hacks will help you stop being lazy, overcome procrastination, and finally achieve what you desire. Procrastination is something we can all relate. Distracted or focusing on non-important tasks like Facebook scrolling or rereading an email addiction, etc. You can stop the procrastination trap by using these hacks. Let's start with these 17 anti-procrastination hacks that will make you look ahead always and will help you achieve your holy grail, and you will never look back. Number 1, intelligent people procrastinate more. Because of their ability to judge the consequences of any task, they will become aware of the fact that it's going to be boring or difficult. So they put it off or procrastinate it with something more interesting or appealing to them, while the opposite of them are more inclined to start work. Therefore, overthinking about doing a task can lead to procrastinating. Number 2, the next action habit. It can help you overcome it by splitting the task into smaller chunks or individual goals. The final goal may seem distant and difficult, but the first step can be relatively easier to complete. Number 3, momentum is key. Productive or self-disciplined people build momentum. They start work and then another one and keep on doing so. Completing a task and feeling proud about it leads to the completion of another one. Simply, if you start it once, it will be really easy to keep it going. Number 4, make a tasty to-do list. Make your to-do list attractive and accomplishable. By writing it down, you have done a commitment and the chances of cheating become less. It is important to note the next action for all enlisted things. For example, instead of enlisting to change your car's hybrid battery, it is pertinent to write calling at the mechanic shop to know the price of changing the battery, next to book the schedule to change it. Number 5, 2 minutes rule. It is one of the important rules being written in so many books and is popular too. If you get an email whose reply can take only 2 minutes, you need to do it at once. Number 6, macro goals and micro goals. Say you're a graduate student and you need to write down your research thesis or dissertation. Obviously, it will take 6 months or a max of 1 year. In order to stay motivated, the term GST, goals to shorten into task. You have to keep progressing by writing at least 2 to 5 pages a day. It will give you a sense of accomplishment or win on a regular basis, and you will stay motivated on long-term goals or macro goals. Give yourself immediate rewards to stay motivated. Let's take an example. You wouldn't watch the football match until you do specific work in the next 2 hours. Number 7, time clocks. When do you think, where, how you will complete your task? First of all, decide it. When you want to accomplish your desired task, block out the appropriate amount of time or deadline for yourself. Sometimes tasks take longer than expected, so start it in advance. Block all other supplies that may distract you. For example, switch your phone, ignore coffee-making ideas, etc. Number 8, button chair method. This method is effective as well as simple. All you need to do is commit to sitting down at your desk. Remember to avoid all the appealing distractions, the comfortable bed, the hot creamy coffee, and that fun-made chit-chat with friends. Number 9, Aeroplane Days. This is a common thing that people feel productive because of lack of any distraction, like Wi-Fi text, call, or meeting, etc. You can make the same experiment by making all devices on airplane mode. Without having an actual flight, you can enjoy productive days. Number 10, distraction to-do list. It usually happens that something non-work related grabs your attention and distracts you. Number 11, Mann's 10+2 5 method. You can use this method to split your day. Set a 10-minute time and concentrate on your work without any distraction, and after that, for the next 2 minutes, use your Facebook or check your mail and keep repeating this cycle for 5 times. You will be relaxed, refresh, and recharge. These small bridges in between will provide you with enough time to refocus. Number 12, deadlines can be powerful. Humans are always good at deadlines. We procrastinate for a long, but once the deadline is near, we can manage to complete an entire assignment overnight. It's because of the fact that either you will fail or you will complete your assignment before the deadline. No one wants to fail, therefore you accomplish your task. Fear of failure makes it happen. Number 13, stop being a perfectionist. It's the top reason for procrastination. Stop expecting perfection and stop seeking favorable conditions. In reality, nothing is perfect. It's time to realize that instead of doing something with perfections, you just need to start it. On the way, you will learn new skills and develop and grow. Number 14, can you procrastinate productively? The habit of procrastinating is inevitable, and it's not practically possible to stay 100% productive all the time. It will sound odd to you, but my opinion is procrastinate, but productively. And it really works. A difficult task needs some breaks in between instead of complete procrastination. You may attend a friend's call and can do brainstorm with him or her to accomplish by not stressing much on your brain power. Number 15, visualization. Daydreaming about success or failure is something we all do. Lots of visualization may lead to more procrastination. How to fight visualization as it may less motivate towards work. You need to stop visualizing the end goal but concentrate more on those steps that may help you in accomplishing the final or end goal. Number 16. Can't versus don't. Work on your self-image, the way you view yourself. You can't do something, you can't get it done in time, or you can't complete a task. This kind of mindset is highly damaging and encourages procrastination. A word like can't is damaging. On the other hand, words like don't is empowering. Work with a single sentence, e.g., I can't respect versus I don't respect my elders. Don't show that you make a conscious decision while can't show you are willing to do it, but you are unable. Number 17. Outsourcing. Outsourcing is okay for day-to-day work, as you may be tired of doing it repeatedly. Delegating it to someone else may be an effective way of just getting the boring job done anyway. Let's summarize it in a broader way to get more out of it. First of all, you have to recognize whether it's procrastination or laziness. Procrastination is an active process of doing something else instead of an important task. While laziness suggests inactivity and unwillingness to act, once you find out it's procrastination, then work out why you are procrastinating. You might be putting off a task because you need to reprioritize your workload. If you are briefly delaying an important task for a genuinely good reason, then it comes under productive procrastination, and that's not necessarily bad. However, if you start to put things off indefinitely or switch focus because you want to avoid doing something, then you need to adopt the above-mentioned anti-procrastinating strategies. So that it, pick a goal that is important for you and worth pursuing. Create a plan, as the plan can also prevent procrastination because it makes you feel more competent. Well, that was it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel Mindset Madness, and click on the notification bell icon to get all my recent uploads on the go. We will meet you guys in the next video. Until next time, stay safe, and thanks for watching.